Now, one of the powers Congress does have, as you alluded to, is the power of the purse. And I do remember a debate in recent years over the NDAA, that's the National Defense Authorization Act, about putting language in there that would not allow funds to be used for example, a war in Iran. Is there any appetite, do you think, for some attempts at belt and suspenders, or at least a requirement that he fulfill the terms of the War Powers Act before funds can be authorized? Is there any mechanism in there that is possible?
It's unlikely for two reasons. One, the Republicans control Congress. They're not going to do anything that Trump doesn't want. But two is back to what I was talking about earlier. Let's say we wanted to do that. What would that language look like? And the trap you get in has a couple, I think it's 3 steps here. First of all, you say, well, we want to make sure that the president can't start a military conflict against, in this case, Iran, but it could be other countries as well. And then people come back and say, well, what if, just hypothetically, Iran has 5 nuclear weapons on the launch pad getting ready to launch at us? Are you saying that you would require the president to get congressional approval before he could act on that? Well, no, of course, the president has his inherent right of self-defense. Okay, so how do you split that exactly? And that gets you to the next step. So you write a sentence that says, well, the president can only do this in self-defense. And the people who want to restrict the president will say that gives him way too much leeway, way too much. And then, depending on how you write it, the people on the other side who want the president to have authority will say, no, the way you wrote it actually restricts him too much. And I've seen instances with the exact same legislative language. Both sides are arguing that it hurts their argument. It's really hard to come up with language that can anticipate what circumstances are out there or define words. I mean, what does the word defense, mean? It depends on the context. So it's really difficult.
It's why it's a good idea to elect presidents who are constitutionally and morally responsible, because
that is what I always say. The way I put it
yes.
is that is why you have to be so careful about who you
Yes.
give the job to.